Well, hello, and welcome aboard Midweek's Madness Crazy Train, Round 9 in Super Formula Cars. And we are here at Suzuka in the new SF 2023. So, yeah, that's where we are. That's what we are doing. So, welcome aboard, all of you out there in YouTube land and wherever else you may be seeing this. So it is round 9. We are finally breaking out the new SF 2023 that came out a couple weeks ago. This is a tuned event because we really have no other way of doing it. And so now it's here. And we got all these guys out here on track. We got 9 folks in the lobby right now, so we're just waiting for them to get some warm-up time. Folks, this will be the first Midweek Madness with weather. So I believe we might have some rain mid-part of this race. So we will see how that goes. But first, let's go over some bucket list points. So, of course, HyPrix is the sponsor for this series with GT Champions. Together, we make and rule the universe when it comes to graphics and streaming. Okay, maybe we don't rule the universe. I'd like to think someday, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, hypri.com.mx, and you can get cool-looking stuff like what you see here on the screen, or like what you see here on the screen, right? All these beautiful graphics made by him. So, coming up next week... actually, I don't have it. Oh, I don't have it. See, I keep forgetting to do certain things, and it's probably just because I'm old, and I just forget to do stuff. But we have our next round 7, the final round. Oh, I don't have the. No, where is it? The final round of the. Not the final round. The last round of the World Cup, and is round 10. But we're gonna finish round 7, and after this round is over, we're going to drop some points on some folks and get rid of it. So everyone's going to get their drop rounds done, and it's going to be a load of fun. And that's going to be here. It's the World Cup Season 5, baby. Round 7, they're going to be in the G4 Group 4 Corvette out at Big Willow. So my guess is the cars are going to look really shiny and clean like this. And when they're all done, they're going to pull out sandbags worth of sand out of these cars. The winners will have less sandbags than the losers. That's just really how it's going to come out for that race. Should be a lot of fun out at Willow Springs. Real world track with real world speed. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's coming up on Saturday, folks. So in just a couple days. So look out for that. Next week, we will be back with Gentlemen's GP. We had that a couple nights ago in some street cars, but now it's Group 1 high downforce, baby, out at Monza. So Gentlemen's GP is back, so you can check us out next Tuesday. You can also join. So get on our Discord, discord.gtchampions.com, and you can get in here and you can see all the fun and everything. So there you go. Just so you have it. All right, so we are out at Suzuka. Let's follow some cars around and see if... Oh, it is raining. It looks like it's raining. But it's hard to... There we go. You can hear these new SF cars. It looks like it's raining from some parts of the track. Unfortunately, for us in the broadcaster booth, we don't get to see the rain because, well, it just doesn't do that yet. I was really hoping after they did server maintenance last night that I was going to get some like cool new feature that was going to give us that. And no, it did not happen. So, Juan, I hear you, I see you, and yes, we will wait for you because I know you wanted to be there. So Juan with HyPrix, he wants to get in on this race, so we're going to give it a couple of minutes. Let me let all the drivers know. So I'm going to do some typing on the screen. All right, so we'll get that going. Who else? There's BP Millet, my teammate from RWB. driving a Petronas livery. I love. Look at this. You can see the flames coming out of the back of these cars when they're downshifting. It's awesome. That is BP Millet, and he's really starting to enjoy this this series. So it's good to have him around. Let's see. There's the Truth. He's just cutting some grass. The lawn care people were missing a few pieces, so he took care of that. Let's see, there is Gremmin. He's back again. He's got the Midweek Madness logo in full view on the side of the car, so that's awesome. Good to see it. Good to see it. There it is. Kawasari from a HyPrix. Look at all those sparks. That was awesome. See, watch the flames come out. Oh. Ooh, there was some slow traffic right there. So Kawasari, there's Speed Freak from FR Bono. He and the Truth are teammates. Uh-oh, did Millet's car... Oh, no, there he goes. Okay. So these drivers can and should expect rain in this race. It looks dry right now. The track is dry. If you look at that... you can't see it. Never mind. You can't see it. There's a little meter I'll show you. Just to the right of the timer clock at the bottom left, just to the right of that is that bar, and each line represents the track moisture. So between the very bottom and the first line, you can run soft tires, racing slicks. Once you get to that first line, it gets a little dicey, and you're going to be on intermediates. If it gets above the second line, you're going to get into the heavy wet tires. So it'll be a lot of fun to see what these guys end up doing out there. There's Tucky. Tucky's been here a couple times now, so everyone out there trying to get this thing figured out. It's going to be an interesting race because we decreased the fuel and tire wear on this round because with such high downforce and with the speeds these things do. They were going to be pitting like 4 times during the race, and like I want to see racing, not pit stops. So we dropped it down a little bit so we can get to maybe 2 pit stops. So we'll see how that works out. Juan, how you doing, man? Is your stuff finished up? Are you ready? Yeah, Brando. As soon as it came out, I was itching to try to find a spot for these. These definitely have a better grip than the 2019 does. They don't look a lot different. I think there's an extra. The front wing is a little bit different here. Let's if we look at the front wing, it's got a different look to the wing. The side pods of the wing are different. The shape of the wing is different. The fins that are in the front or in the back of the wing are a little thicker, so I think it's creating more downforce for the car. Then you have the side of the car, the side pods. They have a little bit more angle to them. I think that's to give some more. Let me go on this side of the car. You can see at the top of it, right above SRC, it gets pointy. It wasn't pointy in the last model. The rear wing also is way different. Skinnier at the bottom, sharper angles at the top, and the DRS wing, which doesn't open in this car for some reason. I don't know why they didn't design that, but that's altogether different. And unless you choose the all-black tires, this is the only tire you get, is the one with the green stripe on it. So anyway, that's a little look at the 2019. You know what, Juan? Yeah, I do need to get started, but what we'll do is we'll wait for you at the end of qualifying to, so that you can at least start the race. All right, so we'll start qualifier in about 30 seconds, and then Juan, when you when you get your stuff ready, just keep me up to date as you're watching the stream and let me know. All right, here goes nothing. Actually, here goes everything. I got to go over here though to start the qualifier. So starting qualifier now. They got 5 minutes. 5 minutes to get it all done, and then I will snap a picture just to be safe, and we'll see how it goes. This weekend is going to be interesting, folks. During the World Cup round, I will not be broadcasting this weekend. I'm going to be taking care of my daughter, who has to have some stuff done tomorrow, so we're going to be keeping an eye on her. So I will be not in the area for the next 2 weekends for World Cup broadcasting and such. But Andy's covering for me, so that's good. It'll be fun. All right, let's see. Let's get out here. It's not going to take them terribly long to get to... Where is the first car? Right there. BP Millet first out of the pits. So we'll give him the shot. Let's see. The track is dry, according to the grip meter, so they should be on the soft tire and jamming out some good lap times here. We'll see how they do. Now, we got some heavy hitters in here. Ando is a pretty heavy hitter when it comes to driving. Now, high downforce cars like this, as opposed to GT3 and 4 cars, a little bit, you know, they're a little bit different, but the guy knows how to get some mileage out of the car, that is for sure. BP Millet loves himself some high downforce cars. Kawasari, I don't know much about Kawasari's downforce and what he can get away with, so we'll find that out tonight, I guess. Ando in the Red Bull. We'll see what he comes up with. Speed Freak is pretty fast. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to see how these people go. There's the Truth. So we got a couple FR Bono guys in here. I don't know Grumman's stuff, but here's the interesting part about these cars is because we can't do BOP, we set the horsepower and weight limit, so they're all the same weight or heavier, and they all have the same horsepower or less. But the aero package and the suspension can be adjusted, so I guess we have to see which of these people spent the time to find a tune for this beast. All right, BP Millet on the first hot lap. He'll be the first one to set a time. It's going to be interesting to see how close these cars can stay together during this 50-minute race. Oh, we have to do this. We have to do this. Look at that. Side by side, baby, side by side. There's the HyPrix Sim Race City Super Formula 2019. Right, there it is. Got to show it off. They are one of the. Whoa, guys, sorry. They are one of the sponsors here. And qualifying is, you can see that. Well, you can't see it, but the overtake button is available during qualifying, and it looks like some people are not taking advantage of it, and some people are. So that's going to be interesting to see who's going to be using it, because you could dang near run a whole lap with it. And BP is definitely taking advantage of that, so he's going to set a good first lap there, 139.7. And Ando says, I'll see you a 139.7 and I'll raise you a 138. So we'll see. Overtake works pretty good if you can use it in the right places. See how these guys do. So Ando up onto the pole, up on the pole. Truth in third, Grumman in fourth. Speed Freak, Kawasari, Tucky, and Tucky gets around Speed Freak. So Grumman did. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Kawasari's gonna get his first good lap in here. These guys are on lap 3 and have already burnt a quarter tank of fuel trying to rev these cars out and get a fast time. That's pretty awesome. And now Ando's going to get a nice slipstream from Millet. Millet's probably not going to be too thrilled about that, but on the overtake trying to get away. But Ando is right there. So he's got to be getting the benefit of the slipstream. Oh, yeah, he's going to get crazy good slipstream here. He's going to get all the way to the back of BP Millet. Look at this. Full overtake. And BP's on it too, but in the slipstream. Look, he's a second and a half up. Woo. On the brakes, 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 on the brakes. Oh, oh wow. Ando made crazy time. He made crazy time to that. Wowee, he put 1.9 seconds. Oh, and that's it for those guys. Let's see, Tool Shed. Who's the next to come around? There's a whole bunch of cars. They're all there, going through the S's. There we go. Here comes Tool Shed, and this is where I'm trying to get to right here. There we go. Tucky, and which is Graham coming through. And Tucky, is he going to get better than 8th? He does. Up into 6th place he goes. And where he stops, we know. Here comes Toolshed. He's got on his final lap. I think that's it for everybody. Can he improve? And he does, up into 4th place. So on the 2nd row next to Millet. Ando and Calazari on the 1st row. Nice. All right, let's get a picture of that just in case. You never know what happens with these races, right? All right, we're going to let them get their tires set. Let them make sure they, I don't know if they saw any clouds coming through or whatnot. So I guess we'll see. Set the tires and light the fires. All right, Juan. Tell me, son, are you here? Cause I can't. I have to cancel the race if I'm gonna let you in, so I can set it by host. So if you're listening to the stream, let's see it. 82%. All right. Yeah. Sorry, man. We're going to have to run this one without you because I am at a time constraint. So let me tell them to set their tires. And then we're going to race for 50 minutes, peoples. 50 minutes. So we should finish at about 5 minutes after the hour if we have our way, unless they get into one extra lap. But 5 minutes after the hour, we'll see if we can get some folks in here for a interview as time permits. So I'm just going to give everybody a chance to throw those tires on, and then we're going to get ready to go. All right, here it goes. Oh, let me tell them. Good luck. And here we go. Oh, our first SF 2023 race, people. This is going to be fine. This is going to be a fun little adventure because we're going to use some of this data that we collect in this hour race to see just what we could do with maybe a series of these here guys. So, all right, Ando on the pole. Kawazari not far behind. Millet and Toolshed just behind them. Then you got Speed Free Kentucky and Truth and Grammon. So 8 cars, 4 rows. Get ready to go. Oh, Ando gets a terrible start. Kawazari gets a rocket launch there, and BP Millet was right there behind him. Going into turn 1. Is everyone going to make it through? So far looks good. Oh, I don't know what happened to Grammon, but he got a late start there. But Calazari, HyPrix driver up front, RWB right behind him. Here comes Truth, the Truth. And already a pretty decent sized gap. Toolshed and Ando right there. Toolshed a little twerky. Maybe he feels he's out doing TikTok videos or something. Ando trying to get by and just can't seem to get a move done there. I think he's going to take him on the straight. It's 50 minutes, people. They just have to have patience, and the patience will pay off. And Toolshed getting on that overtake early. We do have a multiplier set for it. They're definitely not going to be able to use it the whole round, so they're going to want to use it to make some moves. Holy cow. That was close. All right, but Calazari way up ahead. 2 seconds up the road from BP Millet. Here comes BP Millet. Here comes Toolshed. I was going to try to get that cool camera angle because that one was awesome. right into the chicane, and out of the chicane comes Kawasari to get his first lap under his belt. BP Millet not far behind. He has some work to do to catch up. There is Toolshed coming down the straight. Ando up into fourth, does get around Tucky, and Truth falls back just a little bitty bit, I think. Actually, he may not have fallen back. He might have been back there anyway. I think he started on row 3, so I guess he's about in the same place. Here we go. There's the battle right here. Speed Freak and Gramman battling it out. Speed Freak's car seems to be running slow. Maybe it's not slow, but maybe it's just not. Well, we'll see. We'll see what he can do with that. Kawasari 2 seconds. BP Millet not letting him get that far ahead, but we will have rain. Sneaky. So now we're going to see who blinks first when the time comes. Ooh, there we go. Toolshed now on the rear of Millet, using his overtake to get up to the front of the pack. Oh, that looks like a little bit of lag happening there. I think BP Millet just says, you know what, you go right ahead. I'm going to just borrow the slipstream from you right up this hill. Oh, he gets a good exit. Going to throw a little overtake in there for good measure. Try to get himself up the road. There's Ando in fourth. And now if any of you watch Ando in some of these other races, he's a hard guy to catch, but he's also a guy that can catch a lot of people. So we'll see how he does. Look at Tucky up right there in the saddle with Ando in the 4th position area. Well, Toolshed is still up ahead, so Millet just lets him go. Let's see, is anybody on anything else but softs? Nope, everybody's on the same tire. So, but the fuel, that's going to be a different story from some drivers. I'm just going to check really quick. Everyone is, some are definitely doing, some are definitely doing a little bit better than others on the fuel. Boy. Such a big thing. I can bring up some of the telemetry that you guys watch. These cars are way too fast and take way too much concentration to be staring at another screen and looking at someone else's fuel. These things take entirely too much concentration. So Kawasari up front. There is Toolshed in P2. Definitely. I guess he's gaining. He's losing time to Kawasari, but he's gaining time to BP Millet. So I guess it depends on the sector. But they also have to be careful about that fuel situation. They got to make it last. And Ando already showing how he is the master of sipping the fuel and still getting good lap times. Tucky and Truth is getting a little closer. We might see ourselves getting a little battle here for 5th position. I think Truth is getting a little closer, 1.2 seconds into the chicane. Let's see what it looks like coming out. Ooh, pretty even coming out of there, but Truth is finally getting a little ground, getting a little bit of that slipstream, not even using his overtake to get there and closing up some time. So this could, ooh, wow, he just climbed right up his rear end through the turn 1. He is there, ready to make some moves happen. So let's keep an eye on Tucky's situation here. See if Truth can catch up to him. Definitely seeing some wear on these soft tires with this high downforce and high speed turns, especially turn 1, then this hard braking zone here, and then when they come out, it's another hard, fast right-hand turn. So yeah, we should see some pretty decent. We should see some decent tire wear on these cars. There we go. That was one of the left-handers, and then all the way down, Kawasari is 3.4 seconds. He's moving. All these cars are moving. These guys are going to be pitting at about lap, I'd say about lap 9 or 10, which is about 11, 12 minutes in, so they're going to be doing about 2 or 3 pit stops, depending on some of them. BP Millet coming into the chicane now. Where's Ando? He should be there. There he is. And right behind him is Tucky. Ando's going for the fuel run. There he goes. Yeah, he understands this car. This car's got a lot of power down in the short side of things, so short shifting it's ready. Yes, there will definitely be refueling, Brando. These guys are already at half a tank, and we're only... oh, you know what? I need to do this. I'm just going to do something really quick. And I'm going to get the clock up on the screen for us so you can see that right in the middle of the screen there. 42 minutes left. So you'll definitely have work to do. What is going on with my headphones? They are acting all kinds of weird. Sorry about that. All right, where was I? All right, Tucky made himself some room. Let's see, Calzari's even more. 4 seconds now. We got 42 minutes left, and these guys are just hauling the mail. So we're gonna see. I don't know how long the pit stop delta is. I haven't actually tried it on X number of fuel in the tank, right? I don't know how long it takes, but you got to remember, in this race and in all the Midweek Madness races, it is 1 liter per second for fuel, like the slowest it can go. So using your fuel wisely is super important. Here comes BP. He's up into third because... Did we lose somebody? No. What happened to... I guess he was in third the whole time. Never mind. I'm a dum-dum. Headphones are acting suspiciously weird. I'm gonna move my little thing around a little bit, try to make things work better for me. Sorry about that. You know what I ordered? I ordered it and it comes on Saturday. I ordered the Chatlink Pro cable, the new one, and so now what we'll be doing probably next week's events is I'll be able to jump into the PSN party chat that these guys are all in, and we can have some fun listening to the drivers, talking with the drivers. It'll be good times. It'll be good times. Oh, okay. So BP Mill's getting a little closer. Ando just 12 seconds from the leader. He's got a plan. I don't know what it entails, but he's got a plan. He always does. Uh-oh. Look away. All right, Calzari's out there just smoking this track. Now, I don't know if he's got a tune on it. It looks like he's riding pretty low. I mean, there are sparks flying everywhere, and you can see some of these cars are getting sparks flying everywhere. So they've definitely tuned these cars out. Let's see if Andos does the same thing. Somewhat, a little less sparks, so he might have a little less height on the car. So it'll be interesting to see. I wish kind of knew what their tunes were. But hey, they get a 50-minute practice session right here to get it figured out. Well, a race, but like figuring that out. Look at all those sparks flying. It's got to start raining sooner or later. I think they all started on softs thinking it's going to rain. They want to get as far in as they can on these soft tires. I didn't tell anybody when it was going to rain, though. It's all a big surprise. There is one driver on here that helped me in setting it up. We did a bunch of testing to figure out how to make it rain the way I want it to. But he has no idea whether it's the first, the last, the middle, the first half, second half. He has no idea. So let's see. I think we might get a bunch of people. I wonder if they can make it to all the way through the whole first stint before the rain comes. That will be an interesting factor. Yeah, Riser, you know what? You can come and drive these things. The nice thing about the tuning is these cars have no extra parts to buy for them. So the only thing you tune, and that's not even, I mean, it's tuning, I guess, is your aero. You know, whether you want a lot of downforce, not a lot of downforce, or no downforce, or whatever. And you can do a little bit with suspension. And there are so many YouTube videos out there of people sharing their tunes on the cars, and it makes it a lot more fun to drive. But hey, we needed to get these cars on the track. It needed to happen. So now we can say we've done it. All right, Calazari, I don't know any of these corners are, guys. So I am your uncultured race swine that doesn't know anything about most of the tracks, like the turn names. I know all these tracks like the back of my hand, but I don't know the turn names. I could, like most of us, I could sit down at night and you could probably yell out to me a track name, and I can just envision every single corner of it in my brain, except for some of the like Colorado tracks, the dirt tracks, and the extra Big Willow tracks, because I don't race Big Willow, but most of the cars, most of the time with the tracks, I could just vision them out in my brain, and I can call out the lefts and the rights. I've driven them so many times, and most of us drivers can, right? Let's see. Oh, someone's in the pit. Grahman's in the pit. Why is he in the pits? Okay. Oh, he has a little damage to the front of his car. That's why. All right, let's see. Where's Calazari? Coming across to complete lap 9. He's going to have a couple more laps, and we may see him into the pits. We got all the sparks are flying. Get that downforce pushing down on the car, just slamming that. Oh my gosh, the tray. What is it called? Why am I not thinking of it? The bottom tray. Why? That's not what it's called. Somebody help me. What was the? I can't think of it. The floor. That's it. I couldn't think of the word floor. What is wrong with me? Anyway. All right, toolshed lights on and flashing. Kawasari's won't be too far behind. BP sitting about the same amount of fuel. Ando, he's got laps to go. He's going to show everybody how to drive one of these cars. Let's see, he's been running 140s. What is Kawasari running? He's running 140s, 139s, 140, 138s, 140, 139s, 140s, and a 141 in there. So he's only off the pace by just about a second. And the rain, I see rain. I see rain. Look at the, oh. Okay, we're going to bring it out now. So the rain's here. Let's see. Let's go up front. Kawasari may have just gotten so lucky because the rain is here. The grip meter for softs is basically on the edge, and he could lose it if he's not careful through here. So these guys need to get through. And they're going to pit right now. They needed fuel anyway, so they couldn't have timed that any any more perfect. And BP's going to go in. Oh, look at that. Worked out great for everybody. Everyone's going to get to pit, get on the new tires, except for, I didn't think so. But Ando's going to get the jump on those guys. He's going in with 22% fuel. So everyone's creeping around the track, trying to make it back to the pits. It's raining. It is intermediate tire weather now, baby. And it's probably going to get worse. I'm not saying it is or isn't. Oh, look at that. Grahman already pit for the tires. Look at that. He already pit. He's on the inters right now. He's going to get out ahead of Tucky. Tucky's got almost no fuel. So, oh, no. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. The inters, they're going to last, but I don't know how much rain we're going to get. That's the cool thing about the game. I can tell it what kind of rain I want to get, but the weather still determines when and how much and where. So up front, Grahman is a lap behind, but he's got the inters. Speed Freak is just trying to get around the track. He's going to pull in. Oh, I think he, yeah. Those slick tires are really hard to drive when the, yeah, oh man. Traction control, baby. Turn that traction control on. Toolshed comes out. Oh, comes out on the inters. Oh, I don't know. he didn't fill the car all the way up either, so he may struggle with some weight holding those things down. But out comes Toolshed, Tucky, Kawasari. There goes Ando. Ando way out. Fills that sucker all the way up, and he comes out on the inters as well. All right, so let's see. Is anyone else coming out? Yep, Kawasari's coming out right now. And Speed Freak. So out they come. On the intermediate tires comes Kawasari. And Speed Freak not far behind. So, oh, Speed Freak makes a pretty good jump. He comes out in 5th. Wasn't he sliding around on those slick tires? I guess. So Grammon out now. All right, let's see. Everyone's back on the track. Oh, it's raining. Oh, folks, it is colossal wet. Oh my gosh. I don't think inters are even going to work. These guys are going to have to go in and get the, yeah, everyone's tiptoeing around the track. It is pouring buckets out there. Oh, look at that. Truth Serum. Smart. He comes out on the heavy wets. That is going to be crucial for, oh, that's a big player. I'm checking. And Tucky. So Tucky and DeTruth are the only ones out on the heavy wets. Toolshed, you guys got to be careful, even under acceleration. Are they going to pit or are they going to try to stay out? I don't know what the weather looks like because I can't see the weather map. Ando is out on the intermediates as well, taking it easy. But Truth is gaining loads of time on these guys because he's on the heavy wets, and he is going to be, he's already gotten past Kawasari. He's up into 3rd. Kawasari is just trying to keep that car together. But Truth on the heavy wets is going to get a really good run. 5 seconds from Ando. He's gaining tenths and tenths at a time on Ando. Having those tires on. Let's see, does Ando pit? Is it going to be worth pitting? He is. And what about Toolshed? Toolshed is all the way up into the S's already. What does Ando do? He's going to stick it out. Okay, he sees what's happening. He's going to stick it out. Truth is already now again another second. So, but here's the struggle bus, right? Nobody knows. I don't even know, like how long this rain is going to continue. Is it going to get worse? Is the track going to get worse? Uh-oh. Yeah, HyPrix finally got rain. We've been trying to get rain forever. We did have a Midweek Madness track that was supposed to have rain and it never showed up, I remember. Ooh, Kawasari really struggling to try to keep up. And Truth is just having a good race. Look, he's just going. He's gained another few tenths on Ando. And he's just cruising around in those heavy wets. Oh, look at that. Kawasari gets way sideways but holds it together. Nice job, man. Oh, these guys are really struggling out here. All right, so Toolshed, 30 seconds up the road. Of course, he did short pit, so that's going to mess up a little bit of his strategy. Ando, it's like, man, these are right on the edge of heavy wets. Look at all that rain coming down. Oh, my goodness. They're catching Grammon now. There we go. Truth is now there on the heavy wets, and he's just going to kind of go right around the outside, I think. Oh, even him getting on the gas was getting himself a little too slidey. So up into P2 goes Truth. Oh, and it's like there, around goes Grammon, right in front of everybody, but they all get around him now. Truth just needs to get on the gas and leave. 1 tenth, 2 tenths, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Look at all that heavy wet. It's giving him so much traction coming out. Toolshed off the inters. Comes into the track, coming to pits. He's not out of fuel. I think he realizes the inters were not the right thing. He's just going to go for the change, and he's going to get the heavy wets on there and see what happens. So on with the Yokos, and Truth now is coming through. Oh, we might have ourselves a good battle for first. Well, actually, Toolshed got the heavy wets, didn't he? He did. All right, so we might not see these two together for a bit, but Truth has like 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Toolshed has less than half, and he's got up the track. Kawasari's moved up to 3rd. Ando's dropped back into 4th. He's still on those intermediates, but the track in some places it's intermediate tires. If You can see the just below the heavy wet line. So I think Ando sees something in the weather pattern, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna see. Suzuka in the rain. That's just a thing. Oh man, this is close. These two duking it out on the intermediates. Truth 7 seconds now from Toolshed. Oh wow, look how hard it is for these guys to keep the back end of this car going. And Ando's trying to drive from right behind him. Now I drive. You know what? Let's see what it looks like from cockpit. Oh no, Ando went around. Oh, I missed something. We'll go back and see that. Oh, he just got on the gas a little too hard. He got on it a little too hard. Roll backwards out onto the track. There you go, bud. Oh, man. That stinks, dude. That stinks. All right, 3.9 seconds. Truth. Catching. Kawasari now. He's, yeah, this is definitely can be intermediate weather right now. And I think Ando knows that, but there's still some pretty deep puddles out on the track. Oh, this is fun. This is fun to see everything coming together. There's Tucky on the heavy wet, so he pit to give himself some decent tires to run with. But what happens if the weather changes and these guys are out on the heavy wets? The inters are going to be the key. BP Millet all the way down to the 7th. He does have the intermediates on still. 54 seconds from the leader. That's a big gap. Anyway, so that's where we are in the rain, still right on the borderline of intermediates and heavy wets. So some parts of the track are inters and some parts are heavy. Yes, so Kawasari, the only one in the top 3 on the intermediate still. This could play to his favor if, wait a minute. Oh, he just pit and put more fuel in the car and switched to the inters. Interesting. So that, I was going to say, why is he so far back? But he's not that far back, so, ooh. Okay, oh, here we go. We're going to see ourselves an overtake here for first position. I think the Truth is going to make us a run at first place, guys. Brando, yes, we have instant replay. Nobody else does. I just programmed it myself. No, I'm kidding. It came out a couple updates ago, so yes, we do have replay. So, woo. So FR Bono Racing and the Truth up just under half a second, really driving these wet tires the right way. Now the track is starting to dry up for the heavy wets, and a lot of these places, like right here on the racing line, this is intermediate tire weather. This is definitely intermediate tire weather. I don't know what the weather looks like. It looks like it's getting sunnier, but like, I don't know, we'll see. So which one of these guys is going to go in first and try to take the heavies off and get the intermediates on? Because all of this is intermediate now, and I wonder, I don't know what the radar looks like. Nope, they're both going to stick it out. All right, so Truth into P2. We're going to keep an eye on that. Let me just check down here really quick. Everyone's about 10 seconds apart in the backfield. So, but this is the battle for first. So we're going to keep an eye on this. Oh, look at that flames popping out of the back of the cars. That looks awesome. Yeah, these guys are clearing this track off. It looks like it's getting warmer, and the track is clearing. It is intermediates. It's almost, I say almost, it is almost soft weather tire. There's still some wet spots, especially the curbs, but there's still some wet spots on the track that are definitely intermediate tires still. But these guys, their wet tires are hanging in there just fine right now. I mean, they're 13 seconds up the road. I want to see, so look at this. Kawasari is actually on the intermediate. So 13.6 is where they are right now. Let's keep an eye on that, on this position. I want to see, I don't want to miss the overtake.
And I want to see if those intermediates really make a difference yet on the track. Because we're in the 13-second range. Oh, there it goes. Whoa, boy, there it goes. Toolshed now off the track. And new leader, folks. New leader. The Truth Serum from FR Bono up into P1. And actually, Toolshed is lost it. Well, he went off the track, so that doesn't really count. So Truth is, so it's still the same gap. So Kawasari not making really any inroads in the on the intermediate tire. So I don't know if Truth is going to stay out a little bit longer, try to get the road to dry out. But look, he's seeking for the water. He's way over to the side to keep those tires cool, so they last a little longer and get more grip than into the corners. So let's see, Kawasari is probably going to do the same thing on those inners. He's going to go way over wide and try to get in. Nope. He's not. He doesn't see any concern about those, so that's good. And where are you at, buddy? There he is, coming out of the final turn. And Ando is still on the intermediates and hasn't pit, so he's 28 seconds from the leader. And it's definitely intermediate tire weather. So look at the track really starting to dry out. The rain, it looks like the rain has stopped. I don't see rain. Yeah, I don't see any rain. I'm looking on Ando's car. I don't see any rain. So this track is almost ready for the slick tires. It dried out quick. These cars driving around with the heavy wets really dissipating a lot of that water. You can still see there's plenty on there in the just off the racing line. So what does Truth do? I don't know if it's going to rain anymore. I forget, honestly, what the what the weather was. I'm pretty sure it might be done, but I don't know. I mean, I tried to, like, just kind of flick the joystick around and then look away and try not to look at it again, just so I could be surprised, too. But I do see that I guess he'll keep the wet tires on. Like, it just makes more sense because the track's going to dry up into soft weather tires soon. So not pitting seems to me to be the smart play. They're slightly slower than the inters, but not as slow as pitting to the inters than pitting to the softs. So let's see, Kawasari on the intermediates. Who's going to be the first to jump back onto the softs? Because that's worth seconds. So there it goes. Kawasari is going to be the first one to do it. I mean, we're talking a 10-second difference. Now the crewmen are showing that the mechanics are holding the heavy wet tires, but that's probably just whatever. So let's just see, what does he throw on? He's probably going to get some more fuel while he's at it. All right, so Toolshed is up into P2. Still, lights flashing though. Oh, Toolshed's timed it perfect. Toolshed's timed it perfect. He's going to be able to go around this lap on these wets, and it'll be slick tire driving, and he can fill up gas and be out. No wasted time. Truth still has over a quarter tank of fuel and has got to run these wet tires. He's seeking for the water to cool these tires down. Look at him. He's driving through every puddle he can find. And well, I mean, he can spend less time in the pits getting the fuel if he thinks he can make it the rest of the way. Okay, let's bring this back up so you guys can see. So you can see the fuel. I won't say how much fuel it is, but you can see it. So now Truth has these wet tires on. He doesn't want to be on them anymore. He's looking for water to cool him down everywhere he can. He could be on soft tires right now and really make a difference, but he's going to lose 10 seconds a lap. But if he gets out, he may not have enough. He might still have to pit again. Only he knows. Let's see, what does he do? Yeah, he has to stay out. Oh, man. Toolshed, what's he going to do? He's out of fuel. He's going to get in on the soft tire and come out with, 19 minutes left? Oh, that undercut's for real. Look at that 10-second gap. I bet you anything Toolshed makes it up in almost one lap. That's going to be the difference. Ando probably will come in now too. The track is dry. He's been on the intermediates. I think he'll come in. I don't know. Let's see. Look, Tucky and BP Millet are there. catching up. Sounds like he's going in. Sounds like he's going in. Yep. Tucky's going in. He's going to get off the heavy wets. And BP Millet is going to stay out on the inners. Just another lap, it looks like. Definitely. Okay, it's Truth. Where's he at? Oh, man, he's still halfway around the track. Oh, okay. Where is Toolshed? Toolshed's still filling up. I hope he can get enough to go the rest of the race, because then Truth can come in and top off for what he needs for the rest of the race and get on the softs. Oh, I'm excited to see how this turns out. Ando and Kawasari on the soft tires. Look at that. He just, let's see what his first lap's going to end up being coming out on the soft tires. This will be a good indicator of what's the soft tire going to do. I mean, he's going to get way more traction through these corners, and he is going to make up so much time. He's just got to stay off the curbs because they're still a little wet until they dry out. Oh, this is where the good stuff happens, when you get these people trying to figure out their strategies. Stay on the dry line, stay off the wet curbs. See, where's Truth? Truth stayed out again. He's staying out again. I think he thinks that he's going to be able to, and there goes Ando. He's going to, I don't know how he's going to do that. He's got to pit. I think he wants to not have to pit again and make the last 15 minutes of the race. BP Millet on the intermediates. There is Graham trying to seek for that water. Millet should come in. Kawasari is 1 minute from Truth. I want to see how much time. I forgot to look and see what the delta was, but he's gaining on Millet. Ooh, get out of that water. Millet into the pits. All right, so 1 minute 9 seconds. He should gain a little bit more time on Truth than that. Oh, look at that. Kawasari's 9 seconds off his best lap. I think maybe we missed him running into something. Ando now. Ooh, a 6-second penalty. Yikes. He must have crossed the line going in and coming out somehow. Oh, that's gutting. All right, Truth. Bro, go pit your car. Come on. Ooh. Kawasari, 1 minute 8 seconds. 7. He's not getting, there's 6. Yeah, he's gaining, he's gaining well, he should be able to gain about 10 seconds a lap when I was looking at the lap times. But he's doing 148s, and he was doing faster than that without the tires. And the Truth doing, there he goes. Finally, now we're going to see how this really works out. Kawasari, 1 minute 3 seconds. Now let's see. He's had several laps on the soft tires to gain time and to put all the fuel in the car. So we're going to see what happens. Millet's still in the pits. Ando's coming through, and Ando's going to take over third. Oh no, BP. Oh no! What happened there? What the heck? Okay, we're going to go back. Let's go back to Millet. Let's go back and see. He was coming out of the pits. It's not showing me. There he goes. Let's see, coming out of the pits. Oh, he just spun the car around. And it looks like that's the same thing that happens to someone else. Coming out of the pits and getting on the gas and the wet stuff, and spins the car around. Truth still filling up. Kawasari, here's the moment of truth. Kawasari coming around the final turn. He's got a few laps on the softs. The Truth needs to come out. He needs to come out. Truth. 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 What's happening? Okay, Kawasari, the overcut or undercut worked wonders. Look at this. Truth still filling up. Look at Kawasari is just flying. The Truth doesn't fill up all the way. Oh, but he does it too. He comes out and he gets the penalty. Everyone was on the gas. The pits were super wet, and everyone was just hitting the gas and spinning the car out. I wonder if the game was doing that to them. I wonder if as soon as they take over the controls, if that's what happened. Oh, I wonder. All right, so Kawasari is 23 seconds up the road. He's got, I think that's Speed Freak in front of him. If I have my, yep, that's Speed Freak. Truth, 23 seconds back, a 3-second penalty to get rid of. No, don't hit those curbs. Oh, see, look, they are not dry yet. Just the track, people, just the track. Ando, 57 seconds back from Kawasari. And does he have the fuel? I don't know, but now, man, look how much faster they're driving now. They got off those wet tires. BP Millet up in 4th. Don't touch those curbs yet, guys. There's way too much water coming off of those. You'll end up all the way off the track doing that. All right. Ah, man, these guys are so out of sequence from each other. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know. All right, so quick rundown. There's Kawasari. That Speed Freak in front of him. Kawasari is in first place. 26-second lead and gaining over Truth Serum, who is in P2. Also now running on the soft tire. Ando's on the soft tire as well. 56 seconds back. Hasn't gained much, but give him time to get warmed up. But that's a podium spot. BP Millet also on the soft tire, coming out of whatever that turn is. That turn right there, I swear, sometimes I get it right, and it just feels so great. And then sometimes I'm like, what was I doing? All right, so Tucky out on the soft. Looks like everyone's, ooh, tool shed. Damage both front wheels, suspension, and aero. So he is going to be struggling after spinning his car out. Speed Freak in 7th, and Gramman is in 8th, kind of a ways back there. All right, so can Truth do anything? Hold on a second. Oh, I have my sound was being weird. I have my headphones on backwards. I'm like, these cars sound like they're going the wrong way. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, so 24 seconds. A couple seconds now. Truth just gained. The sun's coming out, it looks like. I see a lot more light in the sky. Ando's strategy didn't quite play to his favor when he got 6 seconds worth of penalties and stayed out, I think, a little too long on the inters. I think his strategy may not have played in his favor, but Truth took a little less fuel than Kawasari and Ando, so I hope Truth can get all the way through this race. There's 10.5 minutes left. I don't know. BP Millet in 4th, 8 seconds from Ando. So only one slick tire compound, slick racing tire compound used during this race, and that's the soft tire, and then everybody onto the wet. So smart that nobody thought to start on the mediums. That would have afforded them nothing. So it's good to look at the rain forecast. So there's Tool Shed. Speed Freak is, oh, well, Speed Freak is there. Is that Tool Shed in front of him? No, that's, there's Gramman. Gramman is right behind. Oh man, these guys are all out of order because they're 2 laps down. Okay. Oh, I'm confusing myself. Okay, quick. Oh, look. Truth now has gained almost 10 seconds on Kawasari. Did Kawasari have an issue? I don't know if he did. Truth really putting the hammer down now. He's turning, let's see, he did a 144, a 306 was his pit lap. So 144, Kawasari's doing 148s and 149s on these soft tires. So, yeah, Truth is doing like 3 seconds a lap faster. There's going to be a fight. There will be a fight at the end for first place if Truth can keep it together. and not lose any more time. 16-second difference. Ando is going to have to settle for a podium spot. I don't think he has time to catch anybody unless somebody runs out of fuel. And the only one in front of him that may possibly do that is going to be Truth. We shall see. We shall see. BP in 4th position. 9.5 seconds behind Ando. Tucky got a decent gap everywhere around him. I was really hoping we were going to have a full lobby for this one. That would have been awesome. All these cars riding through the rain. And that's right. We'll do it again once Polyphony lets us figure out. I even checked last night. I was up after the update, and I tried to go in and set BOP, and it wouldn't let me. It's so frustrating. It's like, why can't we just disable overtake? Come on. Speed Freak in 7th. Grumman in 8th position. That is Tool Shed, I think, behind him. Yep. All right. Kawasari ran 147, 149, 148. Truth, 142, 144. Truth needs to get moving. They've only got maybe 2, 4, 5 laps left. You're going to have to do like 3 seconds a lap faster to catch him. You better get a move on, son. You need to be in the 130s in that car if you want to catch him. If you just want second place, stay right where you are and save that fuel. Well, you know what? Let's go. I want to find who's going through next. Okay, Ando's going to go through. We're going to go through. We're going to go through a lap with Ando. Actually, I want to do it in car because that's how I drive and that's fun. So let's do a lap with Ando around track since he's the first one getting close here to starting. So full speed all the way in. I don't know if the track is too wet for it, but you can go all the way in. Look at that. All the way there, all the way there, all the way to the curbs. And yeah, he's getting it done right there. He is moving that car through there. Oh, the rhythm section. Well, that's what I like to call it. You just get a good rhythm through there that just is awesome. Ando saving some overtake for when he needs to have it. Still has a quarter of it left, so there's still some stuff in there in case he runs into a last-minute car that goes off the track and now fighting for a top position. So we'll see how it goes. 5.5 minutes left. Sharp, 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 all the way down, all the way down. There he goes. I don't know what the turns are. I'm just gonna, it's the righty one. Now coming up to the lefty one. This is like a third gear corner for me. Yep. And then stay in third, and then exit all the way full throttle, take it out to the outside. Full speed. He will not lift until he gets to the chicane. It will be full speed all the way through this corner. And he's on the overtake, getting all that he can. He's just going to hug the curb and just whip that sucker in there. Look at that. And on the brakes at about 125. Yep, there he goes. And that is a lap around Suzuka with a pro. So, all right, let's check up front. The Truth coming up on one of his teammates. That's lap traffic, not for position. So his teammate needs to move out the way so he can get to the front. He's still got 10 seconds to make up and not a lot of time to do it. Oh, I need some water. And I think Truth might just be, there he goes. Around he goes. Not going to be enough time. He's running 141s, 142s. Kawasari's running 144s, 145, 147s. I mean, he's got 4 seconds a lap. Let's see, the last lap he's got 4 seconds. I mean, there's a couple laps left. Truth can Truth make it work? There's 4 minutes left. That's 3 laps. I don't know if he has the fuel. I don't know if he has the fuel. Maybe that's why he's not trying to chase him down. He's just going to try to make it through. Now he has 7 seconds over Ando, but I don't know if it's enough time to pit and get a splash of gas and go. I don't think there's enough time for that. So he's going to just have to stay out there. 8 seconds now and gaining. All right. Only truth knows. Only truth knows what he has to work with. But Calzari, HyPrix up front, looking to win this Super Formula race through the wet stuff and still ends up out on top. So let's see. He's got plenty of fuel. He's got nearly half a tank of fuel. He can just, his overtake's all gone, but he can just do whatever he wants with this car for these last couple of minutes. I don't think Truth has the fuel to chase him down much longer. He's going to have to try to make things work with what he's got. Dealing with lap traffic doesn't help. He should be able to get some slip, but it's not going to be enough. Ando is definitely set on a third place finish. If he doesn't wreck the car, oh my gosh. I almost had a heart attack just now. BP, 5 seconds from Ando. BP is hollowing it. BP's doing about the equal lap time, so I don't think he's going to catch Ando because his overtake's gone too, so he doesn't have any extra juice in the tank. Tucky looking at top 5 spot. Uh-oh, something happened. Let's go back and take a look at Tucky. He's got dirty tires, so he must have, yep, I saw dirty tires and I knew something happened. Somebody was driving through the mud. That's what was going on. All right, 149. Ooh, okay, so it looks like Calzari is going to have another lap to do after this one, unless he just slows it way down. He can do that. Truth, lights are flashing. He will not have another lap. This is his last lap, so he is not going to catch Calzari, and he's going to be there in second place. Ando will have third place, and BP Millet will have fourth. Assuming based on the time, that is. Tucky on the long back stretch, almost out of fuel. I don't think he's going to make it another lap. That might not have gone so well for him. You know what would have been really fun is to throw like torrential rain into this thing, like right towards the end of the race. Get them all like, what do you call it? Like they just, like they're going to win the race. I'm going to win the race. And then it starts pouring rain. If it only was a longer race. Calzari down to 40 seconds left. Let's see who's the next closest. That is Toolshed. So Toolshed's got one more lap to go. Next person to come across the line will be our race leader. He will probably slow down. He doesn't have to. He could take the next lap and then go as long as he wants, because ain't nobody's going to cross the line after him. Into the final chicane. 16 seconds to go. Does he go across or does he slow down? Let's see what he does. Yeah, he wants that extra lap. There you go. All right, so that's going to be your winner, Calzari. We'll come back there. So the Truth gets through, and he's got one more lap to do. Oh no, he's got one more lap to do, and he ran out of gas. He ran out of gas. Ando's gonna get him. Ando's gonna get him. Oh no, Ando. The race is over for Ando. So Truth made it. He got across. He got across the line. Ando's gonna come across in third. That was pretty sly. That was pretty sly, dude. That was pretty sly. BP Millet's gonna come across in fourth. Tucky's a ways back. There is Graman in eighth. That just comes across the line. Tucky is in fifth. Where is Toolshed at? He's back there. So that was pretty funny, Truth. He's out of gas. So he hasn't even finished the race, but no one can catch him. That's pretty good stuff, dude. Nice job. Oh my gosh, that worked out pretty good. That was some smart driving. If he didn't make the line, if he made the line, then he would have been screwed. Oh, good job, man. And Tucky, out of gas, will coast across at 50 miles an hour and into fifth position. Toolshed coming into the final chicane, or he's also out of fuel. Boy, everybody ran out of gas. Kawasari's coming and is about to take this lap. There he goes. 6th place for Toolshed. Kawasari coming through. We got to give the winner the winner's due. Kawasari he's not out of fuel. He's just going nice and slow. Do some burnouts. Yes. There you go. I mean, you might as well, right? Nice job, dude. That's awesome. Oh, you should have stayed and done some more burnouts. We have to wait for a long time. There's no way that Truth is going to get all the way around. But there's your winner, Kawasari. Oh, he's taking the playbook out of Sharky from the World Cup race last weekend, where he was the only one on the last lap. So he stopped before the finish line and just spinning the car all around. Way to go, Kawa. Good job, man. Truth. We'll see you in a minute when you finally get there. I think we're going to run out of time in 42 seconds. Ando in P3. So it was a fuel race and a tire race for sure. That took a lot out of these guys to get through this race. But Kawasari takes it. All right, I'm going to go get our lobby up, our Discord up, and see if we can't find ourselves some folks to talk to. So let me go get in there with Ando. I got to adjust some audio settings, and then we'll bring them in right now while we wait for all things to happen. And Ando is in here with us already. I see that. Hey, buddy.
Howdy, mate.
Oh, didn't quite work out how you planned, I'm thinking?
No, I'm not used to going off.
Yeah, I saw that. And you know what? Where did you get the 6 seconds? Did you get 3 in and 3 out?
Yeah, because I spun.
Oh.
I ran wide going in and spun coming out. So I got.
You're not the only one. There were 4 cars that spun on coming out of the pit lane. Oh my gosh!
I was telling BP about it, and then he pit it after me, and he still did it.
Yeah, so did Graham.
even after I warned him.
Somebody else did too.
Yeah, just completely forgot that on a drying track, that one of the last places that's going to dry out is the pit lanes.
Yep.
Yeah, just put on slicks and boom, let's go. No.
Nope, you don't get to do that. That was a crazy race. That one actually was a lot of fun to watch. I know I can say this now at the end, you know, that I mentioned during the broadcast that I had somebody that's on the track helping me set up the weather so I can figure out how to get it right. And I think I got it just right. Everyone got through the first stint on the softs, and some people timed it perfect and got onto the wet weather tire in just the right time. And a couple people didn't, and they ended up spinning the car out, staying out one extra lap. And then, now let me ask you, because you're the only one in here to talk to about this. Why didn't you go on the heavy wet tire at the beginning? I saw most everybody got the inners, but a couple people did the wets, like Truth, and he just walked away from everybody when that rain started coming down.
Yeah, that was in the end a poor decision on my part, but my thinking was, with only one block of R07 in the custom weather settings, I figured we were going to be on a drying track for a while, and I wanted to stay on the wet tire, whether it's full wets or inters, until I had a full tank of softs to the end of the race.
Oh, I got you.
Push on softs. I knew I could get about 10 to 12 laps out of a tank, so I wanted to get to that window so that I could then complete the race pushing. But the price I paid was obviously too much, because even if the mistakes I made didn't come into it, I still got, I think, whooped by the 2 guys ahead. I might have had a chance with Truth, but Kawazuri, he obviously went full wets, did he?
No, he started on the inters, pit, went to the wets, and then back to the inters, or back to the softs. I think.
How many?
Yeah, he took an extra stop and
he
he just went in and switched from the inners to the wets and ran those for a little while. Then he went in off the heavy wets onto the softs.
Yeah, right.
Truth, who just walked into the lobby with us. Congratulations, man. P2, good job.
Yeah, that was a squirrely race. Holy moly! I was just
Yeah. Okay. I gotta ask you, man. You stayed out on those heavy wets for a long time, and I I I was saying to myself, I'm like, he should get off those and onto the softs because Kawasari pit onto the softs a couple laps before you did, like 3 laps. And his out lap, he gained 9 seconds on you just in the first lap. I was like, no,
oh,
truth.
yeah, that was probably a mistake. I had this fuel plan in my head, and I was like, trying to do all this math, and I was thinking, okay, I want to get to a certain lap count because I want to be able to continue with my fuel save and then switch over to the softs for the remaining 9 laps. And then I didn't have enough fuel for the last lap, so I had enough just to cross the line. But I also made another big mistake. I forgot there's an overtake button on this car. I never used it, not once.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
Oh my God.
I thought maybe that's what you did when you spun the car around in circles coming out. Oh no, that was Millet. Never mind. A couple of guys spun coming out of the pits because the track was still wet, and they just got on the gas and just woof around the car
Oh
goes.
no, I did that. And I seen somebody spin out too coming out of the pits, and I told myself, okay, I won't do that. And then as soon as I pit, I came out and they did exactly that. I wiped out. And then I got a 3-second penalty on top of it.
Ando saw the carnage. He was coming up on the pit exit, and he saw BP on the left side of the track, and he saw Graham on the right side of the track at the pit exit. He's like, swerve. That was crazy, though.
Yeah. I mean, those kinds of scenarios, I honestly can't figure them all out in real time. Like, I would have needed an engineer to be telling me, hey, change tires because Kawasari changed. Like, I don't know. I was just driving.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
no, good drive, mate. Well done, Truth.
Yeah, it was. I was happy with it. I didn't have the pace of the two guys in front, but the weather helped me out.
So I'm going to ask you guys a question. So what do you think of this car after racing through weather for 50 minutes, dry track, wet track? What do you think of the car compared to the 2019 version?
Yeah, it's not too much different. There's subtle differences, but to summarise it, I'd say it's got a lot more grip. It might be a little bit slower in a straight line, and it's got a lot better a power curve. So it's got a bit of low down grunt as well, I think. But you still got to rev it out to get the most out of it. But yeah, I think it's got like epic levels of grip compared to the SF19. I think that's the main difference.
All right.
Yeah,
What
I
about
agree
you?
completely. I agree completely with that. And I did get a little bit lucky with my tune because I geared my tune towards stabilizing grip heavily, like especially for low speed corners. But what happened once it got wet, like my car was really stable. So whatever I did with the tuning actually helped me with the rain too. So it worked out. But the car's a lot grippier, maybe not quite as fast, but I prefer this version to the 2019 personally.
It's
I will
probably
s-
quicker in pace. I'd say it's quicker in pace.
Yeah,
Right.
if it's cornering
just
better,
not as fast in a straight line, maybe.
Right.
maybe.
Yeah, that's just the power to weight. It's a bit down on power, and I think it's even a bit heavier.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look
So
at the car, it
in a
is.
drag race, it wouldn't win, but tracks like this, I think it'll be a second or two quicker than the 19.
Well, I'm glad you
Yeah.
guys had fun with it. That was a really fun race to watch. I was, and in the chat, they were like, "Finally," HyPrix says, because we've been waiting to try to get rain in the Midweek Madness. We tried it before and it never showed up, and finally we got some, and it was the great equalizer for today, man. Like that, it changed everything when that rain came out.
Well,
So
It did.
Well, at one point, I was chasing Toolshed, and I was just saying behind him, I was like, "Attaboy, Toolshed." It's like I don't know, whatever you're doing, you're in the mix. Because usually, like when you're in the lobby with Ando and Kawasari, Toolshed may not necessarily always get the opportunity to be up there, but I was kind of cheering him on.
No, us here at FR Racing, we just like to say, it's good to just let the other guys have a win every now and again. So yeah, we're happy to roll the rain dice and see what happens. So good drive, Kawasuri. Good drive. I talk in jest, of course. That was
know
actually
you
pretty
are.
masterful what he did today.
I was gonna
Sorry.
say, stop being so humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
You know
that
what?
was fun.
Anytime I finish ahead of Ando, that's a win for me. So
Anytime
you know.
anyone finishes in front of him.
yeah.
I'm just going to go out and kick the dog now. Delete that replay. Just go to phone my counselor, see how I can repress the memory of that race.
Well, you know what's really funny is that you were helping me test this. And so you kind of knew what some of the way the car was going to handle and stuff. And I tried to open the practice lobby to have some rain so that people can get a little bit of time on those wet tires. So I hope that worked out. But
yeah, and I saw what you did there with the practice lobby too. You went and changed it all for the race.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, that was sneaky.
Well,
That's a veteran move right there.
It's all about who's paying attention, and it's all about, well, I was trying to get basically a light rain going through the practice so people can get used to the wet weather tires before starting, this event. So, but it was a lot of fun. So
yeah, well,
it was.
Thanks to you guys for setting it up, and thanks to HyPrix for sponsoring the whole thing. Great.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
All right,
thanks
guys.
And Chris, well done, mate. Thanks again for your time and efforts, and nice drive, Truth. Too good today, mate.
Yeah, you've trained me too well, so now I'm starting to take it out on you.
All right, I'll let you guys stay in here. I'm going to bounce out of here, and I'll let you guys stay in there if you want to talk. So good job, Mike. Congratulations.
All right, see you.
See you guys.
Okay, so that was good times. That was good times. That was a great race. So, I don't have next week's up for you, but that's fine. You'll get to find out later what we're doing in the next event. I actually don't even remember what it is, to be honest with you. Episode 10. Did I even create episode 10? Oh yes, we did. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Okay, are you listening? Because only you people are gonna know, and then you can spread rumors. I'm just going to let you know the name of episode 10 is called Right Turn, Clyde. And that's all I'm going to tell you. HyPrix is the one of the sponsors here of our little shindig together with GT Champions. Go check them out if you need any graphics done for your GT4 American car for next weekend. And then also don't forget that coming up this weekend, we're going to have the Group 4 Corvettes. That looks like a familiar car that might be in one of the series coming up next weekend. The Group 4 Corvette. Yeah. Right Turn, Clyde. All right. And then next Tuesday, we will be in the Group C cars at Monza at the Gentleman's GP. So lots of fun and action, lots of stuff to race and do. So make sure you come by, check it all out. We got all that you need to do to have some fun. All right, folks, that's it for me. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.